you can basically see things happen before they end up happening. And I touched on this a couple of days ago because this is just something that I've experimented with quite a bit, and I highly recommend you experiment with it quite a bit as well too. If you're into meditation, if you're a meditator in any way, shape, or form, or if you look at the world from an inside perspective compared to an outside perspective, you start to be able to see things happen before they originally happen. At least if you're attuned. If you're not attuned, like, you can build the muscle like anybody else has a muscle to be built. A couple of ways that you can do this, or you can figure out more of what you're interested in, is one, using and figuring out your astrology sign, like the whole in-depth one, along with the human design. There's a couple of websites that you can find, or if you want me to share those with you, just leave a comment and I'll share the link with you. With that being said, being able to just see her, and I probably have too much fun with this type of stuff, but it's also, I talked about this in a couple videos ago, is like, it's better to have fun than not have fun. I'd rather be able to see something like this than not see something like this. Like, there's just something about women in bikinis, bro. I don't know what it is, but like, I just resonate with it so much. Like, I just like it. It's hot. It's fun. It's exciting. For you, you might be like, oh, that's a little weird. That's strange. Like, why'd you have to say that? And it's just like, because I don't know. That's just what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. And I talk about these things, and sometimes it might offend my 8.13% of female audience members that are watching the video, but I'm just like, I like being able to see this, and I want them to know that, like, you are also great at seeing this as well too. And your body, the way that you are, the way that you look, the way that you perceive, the way that you think is absolutely beautiful and amazing and wonderful in the exact ways that it needs to be. I don't want anybody to ever discourage you from thinking or feeling or wearing the things that you yourself want to wear, because I myself have done that as well. I've been in that place where, like, I felt discouraged by wearing this said outfit or wearing this said thing, when in actuality, like, I was just insecure within my own self. And there is no reason to be insecure within my own self. I was just with this one girl in high school, and I was wearing this t-shirt that had like Reese's on it, and I thought she was like the cutest, the most amazing girl that I had ever seen, and I was like, it was awesome. And then she's like, hey, your shirt looks dumb. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't like that. And then I would never wear like shirts with designs on them anymore, because like I felt inferior, I felt insignificant. And it was from a girl that I was like, I looked up to her. She was like the popular girl at the time, so I decided to like let her win. And I was telling that to one of my buddies as well too. He's like, dude, like, if I was you, I would just change this whole script and like flipped it on her head and be like, yeah, sure, the shirt looks nerdy and cool, but it's just like, it looks cool. You see that? Like, he got your attention. But like, at me, as my knowledge that I had back then, I did not know that. And this is why I'm such a big proponent of having coaches, like understanding new knowledge, being able to experience new experiences, especially hiring me as a coach to help you see the insights that you didn't originally have. Because if you're able to pick up on these small subtleties, or you're able to pick up on like those things that are maybe holding you back, it's a great way to move forward and evolve in the life that you're wanting to live. I myself have done that with my own journaling, reading, coaching, my own reception of like songs, like spiritual groups, and all these other areas that have like helped me grow and evolve in the ways that I never expected to grow and evolve. Or just like meeting random strangers on the street and talking with them, or family members, or whatever it may be. Like, you can talk with anybody that you want to talk with to help you overcome any said problems that you may be facing in your life, because being able to have somebody to talk with from an outside perspective that might not necessarily know you is going to be the person that's going to give you the real hard down low advice on what you need to hear and how you need to evolve to the next level. Because a lot of times we know what we have to do, we just might not always necessarily do it because we're contemplating, or we're deep in thought, or whatever it is, where we overanalyze things. Because I know sometimes, like, sitting and like in silence, like, you can run through all these different scenarios in your head, but like, it's best to have one specific idea, one specific focus, one specific direction, so that you can figure out what that set thing is. Because everybody's being bombarded with a distraction here, a distraction there. You're being told to do this, you're being told to do that. When in actuality, if you just say focus on this one set thing, focus on this one set environment, then you're going to succeed in more ways than you ever could have succeeded in. I know that this is what happened when I was doing my sales job. Like, I was just focused on like, all right, let's just climb this as quickly as I can. Let's get up to the top place as fast as I can. My main goal is to get to tier 1 because I thought that that was the top tier. So I ended up doing that. I would think, I'd process, I'd ponder, I'd write, I analyze whatever I needed to do to be able to get to that set place. Then when I got to that place, I was like, okay, that was cool. Like, now what's the next challenge? What's the next thing that I can do? So that's what I'm doing with this video and with this channel. I'm like, okay, well, like, let's see if I can create 120 pieces of content in a month, which totally I have at this point in time. And I'm like, that is incredible that I was able to do something like that. That is an action that I can control. The outcome of whatever ended up happening, that's completely out of my hands. But like, I can at least post, I can share, I can experience, I can hopefully inspire you to like maybe wear these outfits, maybe go out, maybe stop overthinking, maybe look at yourself from a different perspective, maybe just analyze things that you didn't originally analyze in the first place. Because if you're able to do that, all of a sudden these new doors are going to open. All of a sudden you're going to have this new freedom. All of a sudden you're going to have this different perspective that you didn't originally have. So wherever your curiosity is leading you, let it take you where it needs to go, because you'll find some sort of joy, some sort of fulfillment, some sort of happiness out of that said thing. And yeah, you can still spend time resting, thinking, like just analyzing and being in that silence that I was talking about in a couple of videos ago. If you're able to do that, you'll be able to figure out what you're meant to do, your purpose. You can do it on your own, or if you want some help accelerating it, like the price that I have to do that it's not a lot. It's really not. Like, it's going to help you in more ways, and you'll be able to make more of that back in like no time. Don't think about it as like, this is only going to happen, like I need to make this back right now. Think about it like, okay, this is going to help me over the years because I got to have this different perspective, where a lot of the time we're just told and taught to have the instant gratification. Or if we look at the people in Tower of God, they didn't get to see Bam for years. Like, they only saw him on the second floor, and then now they're seeing him again on like the 37th floor or something like that. And like, you think about this, it's just like, you're always going to see the things, and you're always going to get the things that you need to get whenever you need to get them. And sometimes it's going to take some time, but as long as you're aware and you keep showing up and you keep doing the things that you need to do, then you will be able to present it to that said outcome. Also, if you're wanting to pick up women like this, like, just go out into the world and start having conversations, asking weird random questions. Like, I think I might have said this in one of the videos I did a little while ago. Like, I was at the gym and I just asked this girl that I had been seeing beforehand that would like always have her, and it was great, it was fantastic, but I'm like not necessarily the type of woman that I would per se date, but it was still just nice to see. And I didn't know that it was her, but I was just like, hey, how would you cook a potato? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm just curious, like, how do you cook a potato? It's the weirdest question, but like, it was a question nonetheless. And this is where I say, what I want you to know is like, you can do, you can wear, you can say, you can ask, you can perceive in any way that you want to be perceived in. And it's just a matter of you controlling what you can control and realizing that nobody else on the outside can have any effect on you on the inside. And if you want to wear this, if you want to have this ideas, if you want to think about these things and share these things openly, then by all means go out and do that said thing, because you never know the type of impact that you're going to have on somebody else. And I'm sharing these, and you might be like, this is just a random dude on the internet that's just rambling on about random things. And it's just like, yeah, very well could be. And I could be like, what? I like sharing these things. I like getting these things out in the open. They're things that I've thought about. They're things that I've considered. And I figure this helps me become a better communicator, one for like radio shows, or one for like podcasts, or one for like sharing my ideas or speaking out in public or speaking out with friends or whatever it may be. And this is a way to get repetition. It's a way to like share ideas. It's a way to share thoughts. It's a way to share different perspectives with different people that I might not ever meet in person unless you do schedule a coaching call, like I said. Or it's just ways for me to be able to like get my ideas out in a different way, because I can do it with writing, or I can do it with drawing, or I can do it with video. Just a way for me to be able to express myself creatively and share these ideas and these different perspectives that I know a lot of people don't necessarily hear, because I hear these in different ways, but I don't hear them in the ways that we have heard them right now. So I try to do my best to be able to share it in that way. And if that's something that you like, then awesome. If not, no worries. I don't really mind anymore, because I've been doing this for myself. I wasn't always doing this for myself. Before I was doing this for other people, and I was like, I want to have all these views, I want to help all these people, I want to help everybody. And now I've come to realize, I'm like, I just like doing this. It's just fun. It gives me something to do during the day. It gives me some way to provide some sort of insight, some sort of value, some sort of inspiration. Plus, it's just something for me to look back and be like, wow, I've watched a lot of shows, because I like watching TV. I like watching anime. I like watching movies. Like, it's a big part of me. Like, I don't have to be this person that's like over the top, like all of these different areas of whatever it may be. I can wear the clothes that I want to do. I can ask the questions that I want to ask. I can think about the things that I want to think about. And regardless of what anybody else is saying or thinking that I think that they think about me, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, there's only one person that you have to make happy, and that is yourself. So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever strength that you want to acquire, whatever knowledge that you want to study, whatever things that you want to do on your daily life is completely up to you. And it's just a matter of you spending the time thinking about it, writing it down, asking the questions, reaching out, making the content, making the asks, meeting the people, whatever it is, like sharing the things that you want to share. And then in the hopes, maybe you'll get something out of it, maybe you won't, but at least you enjoy the process while you're doing it. And as long as you can enjoy the process of like, say, like working out, like I just love working out. It's just a lifestyle change that I have. Maybe it's playing games. Like maybe you just love playing games. That's awesome. Maybe it's just watching anime. Maybe you just love watching anime. Well, at the same time, you also want to change your life. You also want to have different communications. You want to go to different places. You want to watch different shows. You want to have different interactions with people that you didn't originally have. And that's where I say, like, you have to be willing to interact and have questions and challenge your ideas and change the way that you view the world. Instead of like first thing when you wake up checking your phone, maybe you read a book. Or when you first wake up in the morning, like journal about your dream, or maybe go for a walk, or go outside, or get a fresh breath of air, or just think about something, or sit in the silence for 5 minutes or something like that before you get moving. Because like once you start moving, then it's a constant movement. It's something that I do when I start my mornings. Give myself a couple minutes, go get some coffee, come back, maybe sit for a minute, read a little bit, and then I'll come back. Whereas beforehand, it'd be like I'd wake up, I'd fall back asleep, and then I'd wake up, and then I'd make some calls, and I'd call it good, and then I'd get on with my day. And I was like, oh, okay, like this is cool, this is fun. And I was doing a lot, but I was like, I also want to share and impact the people that I want to impact, which is why you are watching this video right now, is because you're somebody that wanted to hear these types of words that I'm saying. And if you understand that, awesome. If not, I can always help you understand that as well too. But I do know that this thing will help you in some way, shape, or form. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.